Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Is everyone okay? Are you all good? Are you all okay? If not, I hope things get better for you. Anyway, today I'm going to be trying an Apple Mead honey wine. The last video I did was which was a bit ago. I'm gonna start uploading videos again, you know what I mean, the origami and everything, you know. Just things in life have stopped us at the moment, but you know, I'll get onto it again. You'll see regular videos being uploaded and everything to my hobbies channel. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the last video, which was a orange and cinnamon mead. That was gorgeous honey wine, you know, if you want to get all fancy. But yeah, you can make these with just everyday simple ingredients, basically, you know what I mean? And they're absolutely, I mean, the last one was gorgeous. You can even make an original mead with 750 grams of honey. That's your base, you know, per four pints. You know, do the calculations, you know, when you're opening it and all that. But I always brew in just 4 pints of jugs when I'm trying new ones, you know, so I know what's nice and what ain't. You with me? But there you go. And this is even a first for me, the Apple Mead. But like I said, you can do it with any liquids. Just 2 litres of whatever liquid you want, whether it be apple juice, orange juice, you know, whatever. As long as it's not this stuff where they add, you know, artificial crap to it and everything like that. As long as it's pure and, you know, real, you're all good to go. You can even make it with spring water. You know what I mean? It takes 30 days to brew, and then you've got a nice wine. Once you've siphoned it a few times, you know, racked it, it's called. But anyway, let's get to it. Start off by putting your honey in boiling water. It's just to, you know, make it go nice and runny and everything. So you want to do that first, and then let's start making the yeast, getting that activated. So I'm just using normal bread yeast, you know, dried active yeast. And what you want is, let's boil that kettle. Don't want to put the yeast in yet. Keep your yeast in between in the fridge as well, because it'll make it last longer. Let's open one of these apple juices. What you want is, for the perfect temperature, 1 part boiling water to 2 parts, you know, whatever liquid you're using. Come on. So, let's pour a little bit of hot water in there from the kettle. You only need a little bit, just like that. And then to 2 parts, whatever liquid you've got. That's about right. Then grab one of your honeys. And then you want about a teaspoon, sorry, in there as your sugar source for the yeast to activate. And then you want a teaspoon of yeast. And to sterilise everything, just pop a few drops of antiseptic disinfectant into your sink or bowl or whatever, like. Pour hot water in there and then just put all your stuff in there, like your bottles and everything like that, because you want some sterilised and all that, so nothing goes wrong with your mead or it gets in there or anything like that. Now let's just wait for this to activate. Put that to one side to activate. Teaspoon to one side. Now let's start making the mead up. Always have a towel handy because it is quite messy. Well, not messy, but wet. So you'd be better off with a nice set of scales. This is a digital set. Pop that there for now. Just so. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Turn it on because it'll start at 0 while this is on top, if that makes sense. So I can still add the 750 grams of honey into it. So there you go. What you want is 750 grams of honey now. Try and show it on screen as much as possible. Can you see that on screen? It's at 134 grams at the moment, and I want it at 750 grams. Now if I didn't heat these up, heat them up, it won't pour so easily. Be quite thick, to be honest. So you always want to put them in a bowl of water first. You know, the jars, just to heat up the honey slightly. Just like that. Get off. There we go. As you can see with the honey. Oh, put it over the side accidentally. Okay, I'll experiment with 711 grams. You can see what that turns out like. But I normally add 750 grams, but I've just run out of honey. So 711 grams it'll have to be. Put that weigher to one side. Oh, look at this honey I've poured outside accidentally. You know, try and keep it on camera and stuff. Wipe all that off. You can always put this tea towel in wash. So yeah, got that now. Now let's start pouring in our apple juice. Leaving a little space at the top so we can start shaking it. And also heating the honey up will help it to mix with the liquid. Move that out of the way. Let's open up this other litre of apple juice. Litre carton. I should really have a funnel doing this. I'll have to get one. So I'll fill it to there. And on your milk jugs you normally have the 4 pints mark as well, so you'll still have this space which you need anyway. So now let's pop on the lid, get rid of that. That bowl of boiling hot water, don't need it anymore. And then let's start shaking this together. I mean, the more you shake it, the better. All the honey and liquid will mix all together, because that's what the yeast eats. It eats the sugar, which is your honey now, and then it turns that into 2 byproducts. One alcohol and one CO2 gas. So there you go. So it eats the sugar in the liquid, the yeast, and then turns that into your alcohol, which is going to make your honey wine at the end of it. Make it into honey wine, mead. But this is an apple one I'm doing this time, just trying it. Never tried it before. I'll tell you what it's like and everything in a month's time. So that's all done. Now you're going to get a lot of froth on top, so just wait for that to dissipate. You know, go down, and it'll give you your yeast chance to build up. Can you see that? Hey, where the yeast is actually activating. That's what you want. Nice and frothy on top and all that. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute once all this froth has dissipated, you know, gone away. See you in a minute. Okay, that froth's gone down a little bit. Now what we want to do is, it'd be great if you've got an hydrometer, which actually you'll be able to calculate what alcohol it is at the end of it in the 30 days, but you've got to take a reading beforehand at the beginning of it, and then calculate the 2 numbers, you know, with an app. You know what I mean? And then that'll give you your final alcohol, what, you know, percentage, what it is. You know, your honey wine, mead. What you're better doing is, what I want to do first is write things down. Like I always say, it does get quite wet and messy, so just have a nice little tea towel handy, just to wipe any spillages up and all that. So what have we got in it at the moment? You want to write your ingredients down and everything, and then your hydrometer reading, because that'll give you the final one, you know, once it's all done and everything, once you take another hydrometer reading at the end of it, if that makes sense. So this is an Apple Mead. What have we got in it? 711 grams of honey. Sorry, I'm just trying to rush this. Of honey. Why am I putting a U there? It's an O. Dipstick. 2 litres of apple juice per 4 pints. Juice. I'm going to put 50 raisins in it, and what the raisins do, it just keeps your yeast healthy, because your yeast is living, you know what I mean? It is alive, you know. So your raisins just, you know what I mean, keep your yeast nice and healthy, and that what's in there, brewing your mead up, if that makes sense. 50 raisins. What's the date today? It's the 5th of March. I'll just put it at the top here. This is the start date, so I know when I actually started brewing it on all that. So in 30 days I'll know when it's done. 5th of March, 50 raisins, teaspoon of yeast. Don't need to put that on, but that's basically the ingredients, you know. So let's take an hydrometer reading now. Not sure what I was doing for a second then. And what this does, it just calculates how dense the liquid is. Oh, what a waste. Can't believe I just spilled that accidentally. Don't normally. There you go. And the denser your liquid is, you know, with sugars, the more this will float up, if that makes sense. And that tells you how many sugars are in the liquid. The more sugars in the liquid, the denser it is, if that makes sense, which makes this float higher. And then at the end of it, in 30 days, it'll sink lower when you take the next hydrometer reading, because that'll be how many sugars have been turned into alcohol by the yeast, if that makes sense. And then you take both calculations from the beginning and the end in an app, and then it'll tell you your final actual alcohol content in your drink, if that makes sense. So where are we at? It's about, ooh, that's got loads of sugars in it. It's about 1,350. 1000 305 100305 5 is the starting point, so it's that for the starter, and then I'll take another one at the end of it, if that makes sense, and then we'll get the final alcohol of it, what it actually brewed at, and how many sugars got turned into alcohol, etc, etc, etc. This has been sterilised, so we can just pour that liquid back in. Waste not, want not, eh, guys? So do that. Whoa, there you go. As you can see with that yeast, it's nice and frothy and all that, which means it's nice and active and everything. So let's just give it a little stir before we put it in the 4-pint jug to start doing its business. Not putting that on the screen, am I? I'm sorry. Let's get all that froth out, because it's all yeast. Let's do that. Done. Now, get your top, pop it on, and then give it a bit of a shake, just so it all mixes up together. Not much of a shake, but just a little bit. Just like that. Now let's what do I want now? Oh, me raisins. They're still in. Oh. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. I left them in my cupboard, the raisins. So, let's start doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So there's me 50 raisins. That's all activated now in the so let's get it finished topped off. Like that. Only going up to the 4 pinter mark on the sides, giving, you know, the yeast room to breathe and all that. I've still got some of that apple juice left. Now you want to get one of these, an hydrometer, and you put liquid in it, water or whatever, and it lets the CO2, what the yeast is converting the sugars into, along with the alcohol, out, or your bottle will just explode. It comes up and then goes through the water, because the water makes a barrier so the air can escape and then nothing can get in. You know what I mean? To turn it into alcohol, not alcohol, I don't know, vinegar or whatever, like, no, you know, no bacteria can get in or anything. And then just adapt it to your milk bottle top. You know what I mean? All I did was put this on top of it and then went around it with a craft knife very slowly and easily to create this. I'm going to try something. I've never tried this before. How about we pour apple juice into it? So that'd be a mad colour airlock with apple juice in. Just like that. As you can see, let's pop the lid on. And then pop it on. And then we've got to wait for that yeast to start kicking up and start eating the sugars, converting them to alcohol. So let's pop the lid on for now, and then once it starts bubbling, the lock, I'll show you again before I say bye and everything. See you in a minute, guys, but this is where we're at the moment. Or I'm going to have to carry on because me camera's running out of power. So what basically happens, don't know if you can see that, this side is lower than this side. And it'll start pushing this down here, come around and then start bubbling, and that's what's going to happen. And all I need to do now is tape this to the bottle so I know what's in it, how it's been done, etc, etc, the works, and then that's it. If you like this video, give it a like, a thumbs up, a comment, Even if it's just to say hello, I always say hello back. Look after yourselves and each other, and I promise I'm going to start uploading videos regularly again, whether it be origami, you know, any sorts of hobbies. So if you like to make a suggestion, fantastic, we might give it a go. Anyway, give the video a like, a thumbs up, and I'll see you in a day or two on the next video. Bye bye guys.